Welcome to the Get Your Mind Right podcast. Every day, I want to be the first voice inside of your head, the first voice that motivates you to move. I put out these powerful segments every single day because I know the truth. The truth is that when you change your mind, you change your life. So let me, Ryan Stewman, the hardcore closer, get your mind right. We all go through hell in life. At the time I'm recording this podcast, I just wrote a huge check to the IRS. I'm training new employees. I'm building new software. I'm going through all sorts of hell because I know when you get to the end of the level, there's the big boss there waiting for you before you can go to the next level. And I'm about to go to the next level in a big way. And so the world, the force of average, everything in between is coming against me to try to make me stop. And I'm not going to quit because I'm going to the top and I can't be stopped. But here's what I know. When you're going through hell and everything is coming against you and you're about to have this big breakthrough, many people fold. But what I look for is I think, okay, if I'm in the middle of the hurricane, if I'm in the middle of the storm, if I'm in the middle of the shit storm, then the thing that I have to look for is to find the eye, because the eye of the storm is where it's calm. And I let the storm be all around me, but I've got to remain calm, because if I get caught up in the emotional side, if I get caught up in the anger side, if I fall victim to the force of average, then I'll never have that breakthrough. You see, in my life, for 5 long years, I surrounded myself with nothing but millionaires. I hung out with millionaires. I hired mentor millionaires. I learned from millionaires. I read books by millionaires. And guess what happened? I became a millionaire. It took 5 years. Some people got there faster than me. Some people aren't as hard-headed as I am. But I got there. I made it. 5 years. I became a millionaire. Now, last night, I left an event with my 6-year-old, and we listened to Jeff Bezos lecture a bunch of college students for an hour. That's the second billionaire that I've been associated with and come in close proximity to in my lifetime. Here in 2 weeks, I'll fly to the Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholders meeting on a private jet because that was all that was available. And I'll go and I'll listen to Warren Buffett address his company and all the shareholders in his company. It's a huge event. I'll be surrounded by billionaires. I'll meet multiple billionaires while I'm there. My buddy Dustin Black, he hangs out in all these exotic places because that's where billionaires hang out, and that's what he wants to become. And for years I thought, well, why would I want to be a billionaire? Why can't I just be happy being a millionaire? And I would see people talking about how they have 9 and 10-figure goals, and I would be like, what can you do with $1 billion you can't do with 50 million? You can impact more people. I set limitations on myself for no reason whatsoever. And so I'm surrounding myself with these billionaires, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett. Here in a few weeks, I'll go out and I'll do a deal with David Siegel. Me and Marshall Silver will do a deal with David Siegel, who's another billionaire who owns the largest home in America. And we'll go and do a deal with him. And that'll be my 3rd billionaire this year to come into proximity with and to have some sort of dealing with. And so I start paying attention, okay, if I surrounded myself with millionaires, then I need to surround myself now with billionaires. And at first, when I started surrounding myself with millionaires, they didn't just let me in their circle. They weren't just like, oh yeah, come on, broke ass dude, let's just be friends. It didn't work that way. I paid for their time. I surrounded myself with them. I bought their time. I paid for their mentorship. And then ultimately, I became their friend. I became their apprentice, and I became what I am today. Well, now it's time for the next level in my life. It's time for me to do that same process with billionaires. And guess what? In 5 years, results say that I should become a billionaire should I do the work and follow the process. And I have the things in place to make that happen. I have the real estate dealings in place. I have the software company in place. I have the idea, the impact, the work ethic, and the ability. And so it's just a matter of making sure that I do the right thing. But because of that large pressure, the large amount of pressure, because when you're in a storm, there's a high pressure and a low pressure. And right now I'm going through a lot of high pressure, and the high pressure is catching me every which way possible. And I keep moving with the storm to make sure that I stay in the eye and keep it calm around me. You see, as you're going through the levels, you're making 50,000, you're going to 100,000. You're making 100,000, you're going to 1 million. You're making 1 million, you're going to 10 million. You're making 10 million, you're going to 50 million. As you go through those levels, the storm is going to put that high pressure on you, and you've got to keep moving. You've got to be fluid, and you've got to stay in the eye of the storm, because the eye of the storm is the only place where it's calm. Let the storm destroy everything around around you, but you be the strong point, the middle point, the point that's untouchable, the point that's unbreakable, the point where they cannot penetrate you, the point where it cannot blow you away, blow you black, blow you up, blow you down. It can only give you a blow job. You know what I'm saying? You stay in the eye of the storm where it's calm. The second that you find yourself getting the high pressure, or the second that you find yourself catching the low pressure, you need to move around and find the eye of the storm, because the storm is all around you. You've got to be in the calm part. As I start making these moves, I realize that billionaires do things different than millionaires. They read reports. They're very detailed. They're things that I hate doing, that I've got to force myself to do if I'm going to get there. And the things that I'm going to have to do, or there's going to be huge distractions come against me. The storm is coming at me every way possible. But guess what I'm doing? I'm moving around and I'm staying in the eye of the storm. So as you level up in life, just know the storm is coming through you. And sometimes it's blowing you around, and you don't need to fight the storm. You don't need to go out and be like the reporters that are reporting in the middle of the hurricane and there's shit blowing all around them and the storm and everything else. They get taken out and blown away and all that. Just move around to the eye. Move with the storm. Don't move against it. Move with the storm and move through the eye. If you know somebody who's leveling up and they're going through the storm and they keep getting blown back by it, man, teach them this principle. Share this with them. Post it on social media. Send them a DM. Send them an email. Help a brother out. Help a sister out. Make sure you leave me a review on iTunes. And listen, I've got a free video over at bfaentourage.com. That's short for Break Free Academy. bfaentourage.com. Make sure you go over there, watch that video, and apply to join my coaching program. Because here's what I can tell you. As I move up the ranks in this money thing, my time is going to become more expensive. And you have an opportunity right now to get me at a price that's locked in according to the level that I'm on right now. And as I grow, my prices will grow as well. But you can lock it in now, and you can be mentored by me. I can help you break through anything: addiction, marriage, business, life, family, fitness. I got you across the board. Go watch the video. Fill out the application. Let's get on the phone together. Let's have a conversation about how to keep you in the eye of the storm. Catch you on the next episode.